Alright, so Bubble 12 is an extension of the program that was covered in the third video for this lesson. So we are going to recreate the program for movie ages. So here's the pseudocode for the program that we should write. And remember, pseudo means fake. So this is fake code. So this is what you should be doing when you create any program. You should be writing it out on paper in plain English or something that's close to English, and then translate that to whatever programming language you're using. This is much more effective and way easier to get all your thoughts out onto paper, have it all organized and planned out, so that when you sit down to actually program, you have like a roadmap of what you're trying to accomplish versus just sitting at the computer and trying to figure it out from scratch. So it's very important just to get into a habit of just writing out some pseudocode before you actually start to program. So we need to recreate the simple movie age example from the video. They provided the first line. We need to add an if-else statement that checks to see if the age is greater than or equal to 13, and we need to add a console log to display appropriate messages. So right now we just have the prompt that stores whatever their age is inside of a variable. So we need to add an if statement. So notice now you have two types of if blocks. You have a regular if block and you have an if with an else. Now, you have two options. You can drag out the if else, or if you drag out a regular if block, notice that there's a little plus sign here. If you click on it, it adds an else automatically. So let's say that you drag out a regular if block and you're like, oh shoot, I actually need another option. Just go ahead and click the plus sign. Okay. So we need to compare their age. So if their age is greater than or equal to 13, then we want to say you can see a PG-13 movie. So we're going to go ahead and write that. So if age, which is our variable, is greater than or equal to 13. So if that is true, we want to display a message that says something that is appropriate. So it should probably say something like, let's look at our pseudocode. Display, you can see a PG-13 movie among. So we're going to write that. And now we have our else. So this is if they are not 13 or older. So if they are 12 and under, this is a message that we want to be displayed for everybody else. And here in our pseudocode it says display, you're not old enough to see a PG-13 movie. So we need to go ahead and put a console.log, and we're going to put that message. Are not old enough. So if they're 13 or older, they'll see this, else everybody else will see that statement. So let's go ahead and run it. I'm going to put in our age. I always put one that's wrong. So I'm going to put that I am 9 years old. And it should tell me I'm not old enough. And it does. Now, let's put in a correct one. So let's say I am 13. It should tell me I can see one. And it does. And let's try it one more time. Let's put 15. It should tell me that I am old enough. And it does. Okay. So again, just some more practice with if statements. And good thing to learn from this bubble is, using pseudocode. So writing it on just plain paper and in plain English before you translate it to your program.